They are called Clan of Nor and wear the history of a peninsula of fjords upon their skin. Fiercely built and slightly larger, chalky ashen is their furry mantle, in which many a secret is kept. Each time I touch the mane kneading wolf's fur, I am filled with pineal dreams. Forest dances in their eyes. Many a myth they tell me. They came from the old world, far, long ago, before existence of any written history, before mankind called them wolf. Fark Evening Wolf, who is the main leader, he tells me stories. His heart is so kind it weighs but a feather and deepens like midnight sun. Fark Evening Wolf smiles his ivory teeth as he explains to me all star constellations. A firmament of light gathers to intensify, then fades, fades, then intensifies. It is them that guided us, speaks Evening Wolf, in a voice delving into my pelvis, slithering over my spine, and chanting my soul as he speaks. Stars are not dead, as some humans will make them believe. Stars are signposts, our nadir, counterpoint. We have no maps in our animal kingdom. We have yet to make our own atlas, though here there were some which we have crowned our ancestors. Those who acknowledged us have made us into deities, into gods, into feral beasts. It was said Fenrir killed Odin, though he speaks to us through starlight formations, anointing them with gratitude and forgiveness. We are dreams, we are seeking suns and icons of war. We are keepers of secret wisdom, for we are the bones of mankind, kindred flames in half light. He puts his giant paw upon my shoulder to comfort me, sleeps by my side to protect me. I hear his heart beating for human kindness. There is music in his heartbeat as we lay neath nocturnal skies. The other wolves grouped out in the fields. Each one of them has their own task, and their presence becomes one with silhouetted night. I hear their wolf language and sonar callings, though I am of human blood, so I cannot pick up the subtle signals. Their ears widen and soften as they register all around. Even in their sleep, they would capture dewdrops falling. They would capture leaves crumble into dust, signaling also to each other with gestures, their nose upwards to taste the psyche of silence, smelling each possible danger, each possible good, knowing each intent far beyond the marble distance. Chapter 2 Nightly Lessons. In sleep, I journey through the world's navel string, from middle world to upper world, to meet Al-Fadir. He rides his eight-legged horse. His silver staff bears a six-leaf wildflower. He has many different names, though the most common, he says, is Odin. It seems he has been calling my name for a while now. I see his horse in gallop over long, outstretched, dry paths. Sometimes the image becomes static and seems like it's flying over the path and on the way to the forest, so green that it seems all colors of green are blending into one beautiful pine tree, standing fierce amongst tall birches. They bend their branches as Odin rides his horse. I walk amongst the trees, sliding my hand palms against their bark, blessing their leaves, admiring each one of them. As the horse runs, so do I, through outstretched forest land, over mossed, dried out streams, following Odin's voice, playing a harpy sound. Small flocks of birds fly in and between me and the trees. They cry out from scattered cloud decks. Some cloud decks remind me of swirling fishes. Forest greets me in all splendor. Scents open my pores, and all that I have kept inside gently frees itself. I see it vaporize in a haze glistening aura that falls upon all. I hear Odin's voice from a place further. Come, my child, meet at the world tree. His voice echoes into me. I embark my journey further, my dress full of sylvan secrets, which I gladly anoint myself with. When I reach him, he is sitting under a giant oak tree. It's the largest of oak trees I have ever laid my eyes on. A ray of light filters the leaves, and rusty light falls as I come running towards it. Odin laughs at the sight of me. Ha 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 ha! Look at you! I'd swear you'd be a tree elf with all that dirt from fallen leaves hanging around you. He helps me clean myself, takes my hand. For a moment our eyes meet, and into the dark brown irises they become portals as I sink into their sockets, across a deep ache within to a brighter space. I sit beside him as he makes a small fire of different kinds of leaves and some twigs. I hear the sparkling sizzle of the wood, smelling sage and nightshade. Worry not, for it is not the deadly nightshade, he says. Do not fear nature, for fear is the road to courage. He waves his hands over the fire, moving them through the smoke of the fire. He speaks briefly about the nine worlds, sharing his insights. He says he knew my father, and once at birth I was raised by a black elf named Alva. She is my rightful mother, and when Odin, Vilja, and Ve created the nine worlds, it was decided they would call me Earthen, as I would serve to be a helper of the clan of Nor. Go now into the light. Go and be a wilderness woman, he says softly but firmly, as once more the green of his eyes mingles with his dark irises. A bleak sun awakens me, shining into my face. I wake on the fields with the silver wolves. Vark Evening Wolf has joined the clan for dawn gathering. I hear them yelp in high fleeting frequencies, almost like they are singing. I decide to go for a short stroll and walk towards the lake, a narrowed path orbiting into others. I sit down in the high grass and rest. The sun strokes my arms as I breathe in the day. A ladybug tickles my skin. I watch it crawl. For a while it stays with me, then chooses a slightly blooming type of grass. I thank the ladybug for showing me its humble beauty, returning to the fields.